All right, so on the bench today is a Eureka PowerSpeed, which cosmetically is not too bad. It's definitely a candidate for a donation machine. But why it's on the bench is because of this. This was a curb find. I'm guessing this is why they threw it away. So this cord is trash. There's no saving this. Don't be one of those people that just snips both ends off of this, wires it back together, and hopes for the best. That might work on some different applications, but on a vacuum cord where it's going to be moved around all the time and tugged on, I would just replace the cord. Now, these vacuums are not expensive machines by any stretch. Honestly, they're not hard to service. They're not hard to take apart. So we're going to do a full service on this thing, which includes cleaning out the bin, which looks like it's got some water intrusion, unfortunately. The filter looks to be okay, so we can probably just vacuum that off and be done with it. But we'll service that in another part of this video. So these models, I don't believe have another filter. I think it's just that single filter that's in the bin. Not going to really have the best filtration. But one thing I am going to do is pull off the hose here, and we're just going to rotate that just like this. What's nice about this tubing is you can see if there's any clogs. There's no clogs in this thing, so it's good. I'm guessing that they did in fact throw it away because of the cord issue. But unfortunately it is missing both the cord hooks on it. So, in order to get into one of these are very similar to Abyssal Power Force. There's not much to them. I believe they're made by the same factory. We're just going to pull this off, flip it over. There's probably going to be earwigs in this thing because it has been outside. I'm accessing the Brushroll area because we have to undo the belt, which I didn't even bother checking. I guess I'm assuming at this point it's still good. This machine's a 2024. It's barely 2 years old. And honestly, the fact that this is hopefully all that's wrong with it is very surprising to me, because these machines really are made to be disposable. No significant wear on the Brushroll other than cotton junk on it. Pull the belt out. Belt doesn't look bad. Should replace the belt at this point, but I do not have one to replace it with, so we're not going to worry about that. Pull the wheel assembly out. So now that that's all undone, we'll clean the Brushroll off towards the end of the video when we tackle the dustbin. Put this back up. And breaking one of these down further, there's really not much to it. You have 2 screws here, the same 2 screws on the other side. That will allow you to pull the cap off. And allow you to remove the motor assembly from the rest of the machine. So now to get at the cord in one of these, as I'm looking at it, it is in fact very similar to a Abyssal Power Force. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws to pull out, and then this will separate the shell here. Hopefully we won't have to remove this part. Nope, we don't. That's good. As an earwig just climbs out. So, here is the cord. This is the area we have to get to. So what I'm going to do here is kind of 2 parts. First is we're just going to go ahead and cut this thing loose. pull some slack out, just like that. Pull that cord away. Got this good used one, which is approximately the same length. So you just feed your cord back down through there. Very carefully try and situate everything. Simple as that. Now I'm just kind of lining everything up here because it's all going to come back and around just like this. So take the sheathing off. Put a little more sheathing off. Rid of cotton strands. For this type of work, I love using these single-use wire nuts. So that's about it. Just route all these wires back through and into here. Of course, we've got to reroute this one. None of this stuff's really going to move around too much, so I'm not very worried about it. Alright, so I just plop the motor back down and it goes like this. I've already looked under it to make sure none of the wiring gets in the way. And it looks like from the factory the rubber part that goes here was kind of off-centered, so I just quickly fixed that. I don't know that it'll affect anything, but basically all you do now is see all the wiring up here is good. So you just stick this back on, flip it over, and just drop your screws back in. Two things. First off, we can test to see if the motor's good because we haven't done that yet. But then also, I need to clean up this motor shaft because you can see that there's some rust on it. You can see how well that sandpaper cleaned that motor shaft up. Much better. So at this point, we can start working on the brush roll, get that back in, and then we'll clean up the bin, see what's going on there. I don't think there's going to be too much wrong with that bin. All right, so machine's unplugged, obviously, by the way, but we just have to get all this junk off. Thankfully, it looks like it's just cotton. That's not, human hair. In fact, might not even have to use this knife. Probably get away with using this one. This brush roll came out really nice. A little bit of wear here, but I don't think that'll impact anything. Not a great brush roll, but you know, it's nothing I wouldn't expect for this price point as far as quality goes. So we'll get this thing reinstalled. What I'll do here, just get that back on. These two caps. Let's go back on just like that. So, brush roll, belt, and replace your brush roll and belt. That's all you do. You just slip the belt onto the motor shaft and just kind of walk it forward. Yeah, this belt's still good. I don't think this machine has too much use on it, actually. This hunk of junk. That's not that dirty. Definitely got some crap in here. We'll just vacuum. Now, it really seems to me that these manufacturers keep making it easier and easier to service these things, but it's like fewer and fewer people even bother cleaning them. And just so you can see, inside first, just like that. So, other than missing basically all the accessories other than the upholstery brush, this machine also needs the cord mix, which I'm going to have to find another one of these basically in worse condition and swap them over. So I'm not going to donate this one just yet, but it'll sit here mothballed until I do. Well, let's go ahead and try this thing out, see how it runs. As soon as I can find the rest of the parts for this thing, it'll be a donation unit for sure. These ones are just too good to scrap. Stay tuned for more videos.